When you're stressed out, are you more inclined to solve problems practically with a calm demeanor and discussion, or are you agitated and loud? Often you're just trying to keep your balance. Have you ever been so upset you couldn't speak? Imagine being in this state all of the time. Tyranny of the moment means that we feel unstable. It feels like we are constantly trying to put out fires and we're never able to even catch our breath. So when we're stressed out, we're more inclined to have issues solving problems. We definitely have a hard time solving them practically with a calm demeanor and discussion. That's why it's so important for us to stop and detach and to bring ourselves into a state of peace as much as we can. We know that the more unstable someone's environment is, the more stress that they have, the more cortisol that they produce. And that is a recipe for disaster. This is an activity to demonstrate the tyranny of the moment. Can you survive? Listen to this closely. You and your friends have rented a yacht to sail across the Atlantic. The rental includes a captain and a crew of 2. Good thing, because you've never been on a yacht before. The weather is beautiful, and you and your friends are just happy hanging out on deck. A few days into your trip, a fire is sparked below deck. The captain and crew grab the well-stocked lifeboat and leave you and your friends to fend for yourselves. You spot a small rubber life raft at the back of the ship and manage to get it into the ocean. Your friends hop in. You are about to jump in the boat when you realize the only thing you have in your pocket are some dry matches and a $5 bill. The fire is building quickly. You look around the deck and you see 15 items. There are 5 items that will keep you and your friends alive, 5 that will keep you stable in the hope that help arrives, and 5 things that are nearly useless. You have 1 minute to grab 5 items and get safely on the boat. Your friends are yelling at you to get onto the boat. You need to choose the 5 best items to get you and your friends to safety. This next slide will show you the 15 items, and your 1 minute will start when you see the slide. You have available to you a sextant, a shaving mirror, a quantity of mosquito netting, a 5-gallon container of water, 1 case of army rations, a map of the Atlantic Ocean, a floating sea cushion, a 2-gallon can of oil or petroleum mixture, 20 square feet of opaque plastic, a small transistor radio, shark repellent, 1 quart of 160 proof rum, 15 feet of nylon rope, 2 boxes of chocolate bars, and a fishing kit. First, take a breath. You're safe. This activity gave you a brief glimpse into thinking in survival mode, or constantly feeling like you're in the tyranny of the moment. When people are living in instability, their boat is always on fire. Sometimes there's a time to plan, but often, just like in this exercise, there is not. Did you stop for a moment to come up with a plan? Were you able to use any of your current knowledge or experience to help with your choices? This was something that was new. Since you made choices based on your own knowledge base, it might not have been the best choice. And we need to remember that people who are living in instability are intelligent and knowledgeable. However, they might not have the experience that will help with a specific situation. Sometimes people must make decisions when they have no point of reference. If it's not something you've ever thought about before, how would you know where to start making a decision? This is what we refer to as hidden rules. How did you feel when the captain and crew left? You have to recognize how someone might react if they feel as though they've been abandoned, especially if this is a pattern in their life that they've had before. So according to the experts with the United States Coast Guard, the basic supplies needed when a person is stranded mid-ocean are articles to attract attention and articles to aid survival until rescue arrives. Without signaling devices, there's almost no chance of being spotted and ultimately rescued. Furthermore, most rescues occur within the first 36 hours, and a person can only survive with a minimum of food and water during that period. So the items. There are 5 items. Shaving mirror was ranked number 1 because it was critical for signaling. Number 2 was the 2-gallon can of oil or petroleum. That's also critical for signaling. It will float on water and can be ignited with one of the $5 bills and a match. Number 3, the 5-gallon can of water, necessary for us to drink, to replace fluids lost through perspiration. Number 4 was 1 case of army rations, very basic food intake. And number 5 was 20 square feet of opaque plastic. That could be used to collect rainwater and provide shelter from the elements. This was a very concrete or right now solutions exercise. What we learn in Getting Ahead, it teaches people how to go from the concrete to the abstract or planning ahead thinking.